Welcome back, Talkers, or welcome to my channel. It's time for another episode of Playtests and Demos, where every Tuesdays and Thursdays I play a game that is up and coming and I tell you my opinions. Today we're going to be taking a look at Cyber Farmer. I was recently told about and found this game called Cyber Farmer. It's pretty intriguing because it combines tech and farming. Now getting at that all-important first impression on Steam. Overall, first impression, it looks really interesting. This first video that it shows you, it shows something along the lines of you either falling from the sky or you're traveling somewhere. Who knows? But I am super excited just by looking at that because it seems interesting. These pictures that they have on the Steam page as well are kind of comical the way that they've taken them. But a combination between farming and tech is something that definitely looks incredibly funny. But also, I wonder how it's gonna work out. Now, the Steam description here does say Cyber Farmer is a crazy farming simulator where old meets new. Take over your Grandpa Kaiser's farm in a post-apocalyptic world using cyber tech, modified plants, and even cyber pigs. It's full of laughs, weird surprises, and quirky farming fun. Farm the future, laugh through the past. Now, that description alone is actually pretty entertaining. It is tagged on Steam as early access, farming sim, agriculture, automation, and sci-fi. And if you guys are watching this, the demo is actually currently out as well. But I'm going to stop yapping here for a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and get into the gameplay. I'll see you guys again at the end of the gameplay for my final thoughts. Oh. Is this the generator? Stability. Hi. That's a trash can. Do I get any hints? Oh, here's a skull. I must place it in the indicated space. How? It's telling me to put it over here. Oh, this has some black stuff coming out of it. Let's see here. This is a little clunky in terms of placement. Aha. Hey, I don't want to take off my gas mask. There's still green stuff everywhere. Water purifier around here somewhere. Water purifier. Is it this thing over here? Is it this? Collect some scrap. Okay, that should be easy. There's a ton of trash everywhere. Everything Kaz picks up lands inside his bag. You can drop carried items by dragging icons to the center of the screen. Kaz is able to carry a lot, but if the bag weighs too much, it'll slow him down. Okay, good to know. It's equipped. Equip. Build a water purifier. Okay. Water conditioner. The water has been contaminated, which means that a treatment plant must first be built to filter it and continue use for farming and animal husbandry. Got it. Okay. Use the tablet. The tablet allows you to see current water and electricity levels. Also allows you to get information about causes current health level. Also gives you the ability to make trade transactions with space-based options not available in the demo. Got it. E. Power generator, power from the pod. Okay. Remove this from this. How? Every modern device needs electricity to operate. One way to get it is to use a generator. It requires charging the batteries every now and then, and it's better than sitting in the dark at night. Okay, good to know. Excuse me. Put you down. I apparently can't do two things at once. Lift. I don't have it anymore. Did it drop out of my hand? Lift. Come here. Have not mastered the art of lifting. I need to build it. Find charger box. Look, it's a robot. Look at the robot. Ah, this. Diffusing bombs. The war... Ooh. Ooh, I really don't like that sound. Okay, what do I have to do? Align the bolts to the green edge. Align... Oh. Oh. Hope it's enough to start the generator. We're gonna find out. Oh! Using the remote control, you can remotely cause various devices such as drones or plows. You can also remotely detonate previous... Okay. That's awesome. Spawn like that. There must have... Okay. We shot... Now I can start reinforcing the bar. Okay. Obtain from the blown up. Okay, that's great. I would love. Hello. That's so cool. Let me open the gate. There it is. Okay. Boy, oh boy. No, stop. There we go. I can move a bit faster now. That's nice. Okay, so I'm not cool enough to do it on one side. Am I already out? No, I still have plenty of scraps. There we go. Go. Start down here. Where's your... Okay, maybe we'll just start up here. There we go. Figuring it out, slowly but surely. Little booties over here. Boom. Place the ladder. Okay. Gyagatoke. Nice. Nice. Do I have to do that for the house too? I have to do that for the house too. That is the question. Oh, I have to do it on this side. Maybe? Maybe? No. What else am I built? Dude, I have plenty. The sides. Okay, the sides. That is what I was lacking. There we go. Shield dos. Wow. Alrighty, gamers, that's going to be it for the gameplay for today. My final thoughts is this is not a game that I'm going to be picking up. I think the intention of it behind it is really good. I think the idea behind it is really good. The little peanuts adult talk is a funny aspect. There's a couple of like lines when I was able to catch them that were pretty entertaining. I think this game has a lot of potential. I think if this is the style of gameplay that you really enjoy, you'll enjoy it. If you like simulators, it is a different type of simulator. There was a couple of things that I personally didn't enjoy. I didn't like how specifically placed your crosshair has to be. If you don't know what a crosshair is, it was that little dot that you saw in the middle of my screen consistently throughout the gameplay. It had to be set in a very specific place for you to do the certain things. I also personally don't really enjoy games that make you unable to play the game unless you follow the specific tasks that need to be done. So there was that aspect that I didn't particularly enjoy as well. And movement felt a little clunky. Especially around the devices, it felt a little weird to use. There's definitely a learning curve. I wouldn't say a very large one. I'm not very good at flying or driving in games anyway. But there's a learning curve if you're like me and not very good at it. And it felt very weird. Overall, I don't think it's bad. I don't think the concept is bad. I think with a little extra work, it probably could be a bit better. And overall, I think the intention and the idea behind it is pretty cool. I like the combination of, New World tech with Old World farming, even if I didn't get very far into the actual farming process within the hour and 15 minutes that I played. Also, with this game, fair warning, if you're going to be playing this on PC, the graphics overload for this is pretty intense. It starts off immediately on the ultra setting. And for me specifically, you guys may have been able to see it in the recording. I'm going to try my best to edit out the parts, but in case some kind of get in there, you can also check out the blooper reel. I had to redo all of the graphic settings for this because it had me at like 320 by whatever it is and like 240 FPS, and I lowered that down significantly to the 1080 and then by 1920, and I put it down to 120 FPS. My monitor does 240, so it wasn't necessarily wrong with that. But it bogged down my PC in and of itself, which was not able, my PC wasn't able to run it on the automatic ultra settings. So I had to bring that down to the average settings. And even then, some of them I had to go in there and edit them down to the very low quality because it could not run the recording software, what I use, which is just OBS and VTube Studio, which is what you guys see that's moving my model. I think for me that's also a little bit of a right? Because I like to play games with people and I don't want to be limited to, if I wanted to play this game on stream, it very much seems like something that I wouldn't be able to with my current PC, which immediately kind of brings my desire to play this down. Even if I wanted it to be only an offline game, it's still nice to have the option to share it with other people. And I was having difficulties even just offline recording and the settings and everything else. And because of that, there was some of that blur that you got too, because the game was doing 120 and my PC can do 240, and it gave me a headache. All in all, though, I think because it is a brand new game, it definitely needs a little bit more development. It did have a section for me to report bugs. However, it wasn't very easy for me to be able to do that because they had like category options and like it was all, nothing was loading. There was a couple of bugs that happened. I think after some decent work put into it, and I believe the community putting their thoughts into it on how the developers can make this better and more easier for them, it will be a really great game. I think it just needs a little bit more labor of love and some attention from the right people. And I think it could be a pretty fantastic game. Like the combination between New World tech and, you know, the old school farming tools and stuff like that was pretty interesting. I would have loved to continue if it was a bit more my style, but overall, I think if you enjoy farming simulators and you want something new, it's definitely worth a try. And you can try it because this video is going up on February 26th and the early access is available. So you don't have to take my word for it. You can absolutely download this game on Steam now and try it out for yourself. And yeah, I definitely think if this is more your style, you should definitely give it a try. But for me, I'm gonna have to pass on this one. Thank you all so much for watching today. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you are adding Cyber Farmer to your Steam library or you have a game that you'd like me to play and put my 2 cents in, please let me know down in those comments. Playtest and demo episodes are up every Tuesday and Thursday, or you can subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified the next time that I upload. I will see you in my next video, and may all of your dreams become reality.